Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is the Hebrew Jamaican Coolie back again with another video. Early Monday morning video. I hope everybody's doing well. Rough weekend, lots of work to do. Couldn't get much rest. Had to do a lot of work. In this video this morning, I wanted to talk about a topic that Truth Unedited touched on in this series. We are not black people. Once again, people, let me tell you something. If you are not subscribed to that channel, you should be. The intel alone, the research alone on that channel, man, it is amazing. I like the info that this man gives out. I like the message that the man pushes. Ever since that channel's first video, or since the videos where he was making about the history of religion and things like that, I've watched that man's channel grow. And I hope that the Most High continues to bless that man with the message. You understand? Because that's the most important thing right now for our people, as he is even stressing right now. He's stressing just like how I've been stressing right now, that what his video is actually going to allude to, especially this series, we are not black people. I'm just telling you what the end of that series is going to be. He's trying to wake us up. From Ezekiel, the dry bones, time for the put on the flesh. That's the ultimate goal of those videos. He's letting everybody know, or he's letting you know, our people know, that we are the true chosen people of the Most High. We are the people of the book, mentioned in the book. You understand? We are the chosen people of the book. Now, I want to touch on a topic right now, and that is white supremacy. Yes. I think it's time we really and truly brought that out into the open, because white supremacy has done a great deal of damage, and it's not spoken about except in its liberal spaces, where conservatives and liberals have them battle, and one side say white supremacy exists and it did this and patriarchy and blah 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 blah, and another side say, oh, you're just a fairy tale words and blah 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 blah. So I want to talk about white supremacy, just as how Truth Unedited tackled white supremacy and what it did. So I won't be able to, go into detail as he did. But there's a part of it that I want to expunge on right now. You see, he said something very important. He said that even the way that we as melanated people think is because of how white supremacy structured us for generations to think. Right? And the man is not lying. The man told no lies. That is the truth. The way how we think right now is because of how white supremacy structured us to think. The way how we move right now is because of how white supremacy made us move right now. You understand? I want to talk about, like, when you're on Facebook, and I've spoken about this before, but I want to mention it again. Go onto any black page, any black supporting page, even the page that speaks about the real history of Egypt, right, showing the hieroglyphs of the black people in Egypt. Now, I don't want you to read any of those facts that those people put up, because they put up a lot of facts. I want you to go into the comment section. Go into the comment section and just look at what these people write. Look at the disrespect and look at the hatred of what these people write. These people say a lot of things that most times it don't even make sense. But the reason why I'm saying this is because white supremacy has made people from every single ethnicity look down upon us as if we had no history and that we were just a set of garbage people before we were captured and put into slavery. We had no empires, we had no economic structure, we had no academia. And that's what white supremacy made everybody believe. And that's why a lot of people still feel okay in saying the things they say about melanated people. And that's why a lot of people still feel okay in doing the things that they do to melanated people. I hope you guys are understanding the point that I'm making, right? Because I want to make another point, and this point goes out to the people that are ready to desist. It goes out to them because I want to bring up a very, very important point. I've seen many posts where people talk about how black people were nothing before slavery, that how white people were the ones who civilized them, gave them education, gave them this, gave them that. So I'm going to make 2 points. The first point I'm going to make is this. If the US and Russia or the world were to go to war right now, the US being a major an opposing side and Russia being an opposing side, and if the Russians win, what do you think is going to happen to the people of the US? Or to even the soldiers or whatever it is, when that side basically wipes out the continent and most of what is left is your children, and then your children are taken into bondage, and even those that are left, they're taken into bondage, right? They're putting mines, coal mines to work as slaves, and put in a field for be farmers and pick the ground, right? They put you anywhere, whichever them are gonna put you, because you're in bondage and you can't say for yourself. Do you think it's going to matter if you were an engineer before you became a slave? Do you think it's going to matter if you were a doctor before you became a slave? Do you think it's going to matter that you were a judge, a politician, a wealthy person, a celebrity before you became a slave? Now, if you're in slavery now as an engineer, right, a scientist, a doctor, a politician, a judge, right, and then you have children in slavery, and it don't matter about passing down knowledge other than the knowledge of freaking survival. By the time you reach the 4th generation, everything about who you were as a people, If it's not passed down by the mouth, your captors are not going to be telling your people about you. And so, just like the same melanated people that you claim are nothing but mud hut people who were just living naked in Africa as an acclaim, stupid, uneducated, and this and that. That's exactly what your slavers can say about you after 4 generations. That your descendants, your ancestors, were basically nothing more than people who lived naked on the street and were destroyed and were taken into slavery. The point I'm making is this, people. In order to justify what they did, they cannot pass you off as engineers. They cannot pass you off as teachers. They cannot pass you off as politicians, judges, normal people. They won't be able to justify the evil that they do to you. They will not. But the truth of the matter is, those are the people that were caught. Those are the people that were enslaved. They enslaved doctors. They enslaved regular family men like you and me. They enslaved politicians. They enslaved kings. They enslaved guards. They enslaved... What else haven't I said? I think I already said politicians. They enslaved wealthy people. And they probably enslaved a lot of what would be known as celebrity type of people. They enslaved the religious. They enslaved the young. And they enslaved the old. They were not impartial. You understand? They took the young and they took the old. So the point that I'm making is this. When melanated people were taken out of West Africa, you didn't take anybody stupid. You may have taken people's language who you did not understand their language, and you had to give them your language so that when you communicated to them, they would understand the instructions that you were giving to them. But they were not a people without language. Anybody that you take up right now from any land is not a people without language. Even if you enslave them, they have a language that they have learned and was taught. But in order to communicate with them, you're going to have to take their language from them and give them your language so that they communicate with you. Which is why every time immigrants go into a country, they have to basically speak the language of that country, or they won't be able to survive. So being in slavery, in order to survive, you have to adopt the language of the masters. You couldn't pick up the language, of course they're going to off you. They're going to off you. But the point I'm trying to make is this. They come and they say all these horrendous, horrible things, and pure ignorance spews out of their mouth like a raging river when them open up their mouth against melanated people. Because what? They are arrogant, and just as arrogant as the people that they claim are the super supreme racists of the world. They're just as arrogant and just as racist. Their hatred is just as strong for black people or melanated people. They claim that, oh, white people in America are the most RACIST people in the world, and, you know, we're not like them. No, you are just like them. Even worse. Because given the opportunity, I'm sure you would take it and multiply it. But I wanted to make that point to help people to understand that the people that were taken into slavery are like the people of today. going about their daily business. See, I'm driving to work. What if something hit America and soldiers just block the street and capture me right now? Who I am as a teacher don't matter, because now I am a slave. My history don't matter, because now I am a slave. But what they're taking is not somebody stupid, but an intelligent man. The great falsehood of thinking that black people were stupid and lived in mud huts and didn't have any water and didn't have any hygiene and didn't have any education until we took them into slavery and educated them and blah 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 blah. You were so afraid of the education of black people that you made it illegal for slaves to read. That's how afraid you were of black people. And in order to keep black people now, you push hip-hop. You push all sorts of negativity. You push gang violence rap on black people to keep them down and away from greatness. And you steal everything good from them culture. I mean, look at the Olympics. Breakdancing was created by black and Latino people, as I've read. And I don't say no Latino people. I do it today as much as I say Asian and white people. The same people who hate, that have a very strong affinity of hatred for black people. Oh, when black people were doing these dances, when Latino people doing these dances, nothing, they're just vagrants, they're worthless. All they do is dance, all they do is dance. Wow, look where it is right now, and not one black person in sight to do that dance. Not one damn Latino person in sight to do that dance. It's truly disgusting how you can steal a culture from a people that you hate so much and try to pass it off as being something positive when you do it though. Anyway, people, that's my rambling and my rant for the day. This is the Hebrew Jamaican Coolie. Enough love and respect. Peace. I am